Hi everyone, Flora here. So yesterday's video sparked so much conversation and so many emails to me saying I have no clue what my one step is and what my 1 degree shift should be. So that's the topic of today's video, is taking action. So like I said, a lot of you were feeling doubt. I'm gonna plug my phone in. A lot of you were feeling doubt. A lot of you were feeling confused. You were like, well, I know that I want to do this particular thing this year. This is my goal for the year. This is my goal for the month. But other than that, I have no idea. So today I want to share with you a concept that works every single time. And that is the concept that action removes doubt. Action removes fear. Action removes the unknown. So when in doubt, just do something, anything. So what can you do? Let's just say that, okay, so a lot of the times people, they don't want to take action because they're afraid that what they do is wrong or isn't going to get them results. Any action you take is the perfect action, because then and only then will you see the end result, okay? So if you have no clue what action to take in your business or in your life, just do something, okay? When you sit and do nothing, that is still an action. You're gonna see a result or a consequence of that inaction sometime in the future, okay? So we can either do A, B, or C, which is nothing. Okay, whatever it is. So let's just say that you want to lose weight, but you're not quite sure the best way to lose weight. Try something, anything. It doesn't matter. Just try something. If you want to gain more followers on Instagram or on Facebook or on LinkedIn or whatever, actually, you know, like actually on LinkedIn, it's connections. But anyway, so if you want to do something and you're not quite sure what's going to work, try something, anything, okay? But when you try something, ask yourself first, okay? First of all, why do I want this particular thing that I want? Why do I want this particular thing? And AKA, this is your goal. The goal that you have for this year, the goal that you have for this month. Why do I even want this? Is this a priority right now? Is this somebody else's goal for me? Or is this truly a goal for myself? Then say, okay, so what's one action that I think I can take that will help move me closer to getting this particular goal? Again, many of you yesterday booked strategy sessions because you're like, I have no freaking clue, please help me. And so if you're having a hard time and you want to book a strategy session, click the link below. We'll talk. I will help you figure out what that first step could or should be. So the next thing is, once you figure out, okay, yes, this is what I really want to do this year. This is what I want to do this month. And then you're like, oh, well, I could do this, or I could do this, or I could do this. And then you're like, well, shit, I don't know which one to do. And then a lot of people, like I said, just kind of sit there and go, well, I don't want to make the wrong choice, so I'm just not going to make any choice. Well, not making a choice is still making a choice. You're going to reap the consequences from that. Now, consequences is a neutral term. You could have positive or what you perceive to be positive consequences from doing something. You can have negative or perceived negative consequences, or you could have neutral consequences where it's kind of neither positive nor negative, it just kind of is, okay? So, sorry, cat hair on my tongue, like the cat was just all up in my grill before I went live. So, how you perceive the result of what you do is how you choose to perceive it. But regardless, you have to pick something. You have to give yourself permission to say, okay, so I want to do this in my business this year. What's the best way to do this? You could Google it. You could hire a coach and ask them what they recommend. You could hire a mentor so they can kind of take you under their wing and show you the ropes. You could just wing it, okay? Regardless of what that next step is, just take action. Because like I said, that taking action will help remove doubt and the wonderment about it, because you're not sitting stagnant anymore. You're actually taking action. And when you take action, then and only then are you going to see the results of the actions that you've taken. So that's what I want you to do today. I really recommend that you sit and say, okay, if you didn't watch yesterday's video, go back, watch yesterday's video. It's about, what's the one thing that you can do today? What's the 1 degree shift, that little pivot that you can make that will bring you closer to getting whatever it is that you want? It's just that one tiny baby step. And so if you don't know what that is, just say, okay, write it out. Grab a piece of paper or notebook. This is my planner. There's like lots of extra pages here. And just say, this is my goal for the year. This is my goal for the month. What are the things that I think that I need to do, or the steps that I could take to get closer to achieving this particular goal? And then just take one. And if you have no clue, like I said, if you're just like, I have no freaking clue, and you want my help, I've got strategy sessions available, because I truly, truly believe that sometimes we are just kind of so in the middle of our life that we can't see a way out, that we really truly can't see what the next step might be. And so I come in as a neutral party and say, okay, so this is where you are, this is where you want to be, and I'm a master at coming up with ideas and brainstorming ways to do things. And so I'll be like, well, have you thought about this, or thought about this, and thought about this, and thought about this? And as we talk, one will jump out at you and you're like, yes, this is exactly the next best step for me to take. So think about that, okay? And know also that if you are feeling stuck and you have doubts on, I don't know if I should do this or that or whatever, and like I said, sometimes this is like beating a dead horse. You're just like, oh my gosh, and you're so caught up in the options, just pick one. Pick one. Any one that you choose is the perfect choice, because like I said before, I've said this many times, I'm going to keep seeing it. When you make a choice, then and only then are you going to see the results of that action. So today, pick something and do it and see if it works. Now, if it's in your personal life or your business, give it time, okay? Choose one thing to do every single day and keep doing it for like a month and see if it works. See if it gives you the result that you're hoping for. Now, some things just depend, like internet strategies, like, marketing strategies. Those take up to about 6 months to see if they really work. Well, just depending on what type of strategies and also what types of things that you're doing, it can take up to 6 months. Usually it's like 1 to 3 to 5 to 6 months, just depending on, again, what you're, like working with, if it's a funnel, if it's a 5-day challenge, if it's a webinar, if it's a free gift, those things, at least 30 days, just to see where you're at, the responses you're getting, tweaking the copy and all that stuff. For weight loss stuff, again, that takes a couple weeks to see. In weight loss, the actions that you take this week are going to be visible next week on the scale, okay? A lot of times people will starve themselves or eat very little or count their calories and work out for like 2 hours a day, and then tomorrow they weigh themselves and they're 2 pounds heavier, and they're like, seriously? So they think doing what they did the day before didn't work. Well, wait a week, and then that's when you're gonna start to see the results of what you're doing. So sometimes you get instantaneous results or feedback on what you're doing. This could be communication styles. This could be if you're having a challenging time communicating with your partner and you're tweaking and trying new things, you'll be able to tell if it's working right away because of how your partner responds. So that you can almost get that instant feedback. But most other things take a little bit of time to get feedback of what you're doing. So again, if you want my help with this, I specialize in personal, spiritual, and business development. I'm also a master financial coach. So I'm very versed in a lot of things. I've been doing this since 1997. So if you're having a challenging time figuring out what the next best action for you is based on your goals, and you want my help, please click the link below. I've opened up many strategy sessions for all of you because this is one of my ways that I give back every single January and February, is by helping people really start their year off strong and really helping you figure out where you really want to focus this year. Because again, every year it seems that people just get these roadblocks and then they give up, and then they're like, well, you know, life happens, and then at the end of the year they're like, well shit, I didn't get any closer than I was, you know, like the year before, or the year before that, or the year before that. This year, that bullshit stops. Okay? So again, figure out what your goal is for the year, what your goal is for the month, and then ask yourself, what's one thing that I can do that will bring me closer to that goal, that will bring me closer to achieving what I really want to achieve in my life? And if you have no idea, book your strategy session so that I can help you. If you have too many ideas and you're just like, oh my God, I could do this or 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 this, just pick one. Pick one and stick with it for a while, at least a month, and notice the results. Start looking for what's new every single day, and you're gonna be pleasantly surprised at what happens. Now, if you get results back that you don't intend, that are negative, that you perceive as negative, tweak what you're doing. Try something else, okay? If you have a plethora of options and you're just kind of like, well, shit, I really don't know, book a strategy session, we'll talk, okay? Again, this is one of the ways that I love to give back every year, is by helping you figure out where to focus your time and your attention and your energy so that you do get the life and the business that you really truly want, instead of just settling for what you've been given, okay? All right, I love you. Hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, and I'll speak with you soon. Mwah! Bye.